What up, people? Today we are going to be talking about what is your gift to the world. When we're younger, there's a lot of wonder, there's a lot of intrigue. We're sort of figuring out our steps as we go along. As we're children, we may be inspired by different things, different sort of career roles and occupations. We want to be that when we're older. We want to be that when we grow up. So we're looking into maybe, I don't know, a fireman or an astronaut. You want to be a YouTuber, army or the Marines or SAS or something like that. No matter where you're from, you're kind of inspired by those heroic kind of icons that you see on TV when you're growing up, even that you might cross on the street. You grow up a bit more, and in school you're introduced to this topic again. What do you want to be when you grow up? How do you want to contribute to society? Different career choices, strictly in the lanes of academia. Your maths, science and English that you have to do, add these other subjects in the mix, help you find your way into the idealistic career that you want to go in. Now, funnily enough, this is an absolutely huge and mammoth task to think about. You don't really realize how much until you go out into the world trying to find your feet and where you fit in and where you want to go and what you want to do. There's so many questions and not too many answers. Now, the reason I was talking about different careers and what you might choose to look into is part of that may link into what your gift to the world may be. However, it may not. What you do for a career and an occupation may not necessarily be your gift to the world. That may just be how you earn your money, what you want to do during most of your day. But your gift to the world is, what is that special intrinsic thing that you almost know and feel within yourself that you can offer to others to enrich their lives, to inspire others, to allow others to succeed in what they want to do in their journey, right? To add color, flavor, and spice and understanding to other cultures, other races, people of different ages, backgrounds, right? Tradition. It doesn't matter who it is or where they are from. What you do adds to their life, enriches their life, and makes the world a better place. And it doesn't even have to be on a sort of humanistic level. It could be something that you do to help in the same way for maybe animals, maybe insects, maybe some other form of life, some other entity in the world. And it means so much because, one, this isn't really talked about that much on YouTube for what I've seen, but also I just think a lot of people have maybe forgotten this in a sense because there is so much distraction, there is so much going on, there is so much advancements in technology, business, finance, all sectors. There is so much advancement, there is so much distraction, there is so much new media trends, all kinds of other things going on that we actually forget what is at our core. And what is at our core is actually to help others to some degree. Right? We forget this. We forget that we're communal creatures. We forget that we relate through conversation, through things that aren't said, through our body language, through our vibes, through our energy transfers between each other, right? We communicate on so many levels, and that is what is at our core. And one of the key ways that we can do this is by understanding what our gift to the world is. How do you want to contribute? How do you want to help others? Because in doing so, you actually help yourself. You help define yourself. You help strengthen yourself. You help gain understanding, insight, intelligence, relationships. You help to build all of this kind of stuff, right? That's why it's so important. So I want you to think about this, really think about this. Whoever's watching this video right now, you need to think about this and understand what would be your best way to give back to the world, and what are the first steps that you would take in order to do this. How can you go about making that first step and making that difference in someone else's life? It doesn't necessarily have to be something absolutely huge or massive, you know? It can be something small but really precious and significant. A lot of us think that, oh, we have to do these grandiose tasks and it has to be absolutely huge. Change the landscape, crumble mountains and build fortresses or something like that. You know, it doesn't always have to be so grandiose. It can be that small, precious thing that means so much to someone, you know? If you've watched my video, Why You Should Not Give Up, that just says it all. The story that I tell in that says it all. Something so small and seemingly insignificant to other people may mean a Goliath, a world, a universe changing shift for somebody else. So don't underestimate small things, okay? Small things to someone may be a whole other size to someone else, an intensity to someone else. So don't take that for granted. What steps can you do to do even a small action that enriches, empowers, and betters someone else's life or something else or the world today? Maybe you want to work towards it, but take it seriously, because this helps you in so many ways I can't even begin to explain, but it will shape you, right? It really will form and shape you into something else, a better you, okay? So what is your gift to the world on a small scale? And for those that do have the power, or for those that have that ambition to do something grandiose, what is your gift to the world? And what are the steps you are going to start taking, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe this week, or maybe next month, in order to move towards that grandiose task and building it up step by step, layer by layer? What are you going to do? Just understand that doing this and going on that journey, something so intangible, but at the same time so tangible. Like, you will feel it, you will taste it, you will sense it, like you will see it. If not in others, you will see it in yourself. But if we all start to do that, imagine the good that we could do. Imagine the people that we could help. Imagine the lives that we could change. Imagine the perception shift towards what really matters, community and unity between us all. Okay, so I want to also talk about something that really does link into this. I've also listened to a number of different people speak on their experiences where they've attained certain goals, let's say, that they had for themselves. Maybe they wanted to reach a certain height, or they wanted to do this thing for themselves, and they've achieved it. And they've been like, yes, like, I've wanted this for so long. For years, they've looked at this singular point and been like, this is the thing. Once I attain this, all happiness shall be attained. I shall be fulfilled. I shall be whole. I shall be one. And then they achieve that goal and feel empty. Why would you feel empty if you attain that goal? That was your everything, right? But then upon achieving that goal, they've realized, hey, I need something deeper, something more meaningful. There's a part of me that feels empty and unfulfilled, something that hasn't just clicked, something I haven't reached yet. I'm not 100% sure what it is. And then all of a sudden, that other click comes along, whereby I will get fulfillment by allowing others to achieve their goals, to get closer to their dreams, to help them realize this special thing, to help them do the same thing for others as what I am doing for them. They realize that what was really important is community and unity, sharing and helping others in their special way, whatever that may be, however they choose to do it. They take steps toward that path and realize that they are becoming more and more fulfilled, because that's what really mattered all along. Even myself, so my previous channel, Karl_Art_Read, where I was reacting to, different animation content, giving my insights and educating people on the techniques that animators use. To some degree, I was feeling that as well. I was thinking to myself, well, this is really nice. I'm relating to people. We've built a community that love the same things, are inspired by, arts, animation, video games, these creative, really interesting visual mediums. People love to see the way that I was inspired, the way I reacted and was impacted by these wonderful works of art. And that's what they were intrigued and into, as well as watching those works of art. But at the same time, that was me reacting to the artist's message to the world. That was their gift to the world. That was their way of speaking and conveying different ideas, ideals, and meanings. I wasn't really saying mine. Okay, so that's why this channel was so important to me. I knew at some point I was going to be doing this, because this is what I wanted to give to you guys. This is what I wanted to speak to you. My message to you, my gift to you. I wanted to change people's perceptions. I wanted to challenge people's perceptions. I wanted to ask people, have you thought about this? Have you looked into this? What do you think of this thought that I had? What are you doing? What's important to you? What do you love? There are so many things that I'm intrigued by, and I want to converse with you all, and I want to build a new community of people that not are just like-minded, but are looking to find their way too. This is my gift to you guys. Another gift that I want to give to you guys is finding deeper meaning. And one of the ways that you'll find deeper meaning within yourself and understanding intrinsically is becoming one with yourself. And the way you become one with yourself is by giving to others. You'll learn so much about yourself that you never knew even existed by giving to others and sharing with others. So I ask you, what is your gift to the world, and what steps are you going to take towards achieving that and actually making it real? Whether intangible or tangible. Take steps towards that today so that you can help someone else, maybe inspire them, maybe be there for them in some kind of way, and watch them grow, watch them flourish because of that helping hand, that gift, that love, care and attention to detail that you gifted them. Doesn't always have to be a person, like I said before. It could be, there's so many things, but you know what I'm talking about. Watch that start to make the world a much better place. What are you going to do today, this week, next month for someone? Maybe your family, maybe your friend, maybe a stranger that you don't know, maybe a little kid that sort of looks up to you, or maybe this is some kid that wants to do this thing and you know this special little hack that will help them out. You know this other thing that will really help them on their journey and their way. Sit with them and you ask them questions about that thing so they can explore it in their own mind and in their own way for themselves. There are so many things that are intangible, but that's special to someone. That helps that kid figure that thing out, and then they can build on top of that and grow as a person. It's not necessarily whether they achieve the thing or not, but the growth from A to Z while they were trying to achieve that thing. And you were there along that journey, helping them to figure that thing out. But that growth from A to Z, that's what really matters. That growth allows them to achieve this other thing later on because they're at this new level now, whereas they wouldn't have been at that level without you sat there assisting in that seemingly small little way. So there are so many things that we look over and take for granted and don't acknowledge just because to us it seems so small and insignificant. But that small and insignificant thing makes massive differences, makes massive changes, makes massive strides in someone else's life and the way they see things and experience things. So it's not small like you think it may be. Sometimes you just can't judge that. Sometimes you just can't know, okay? But nevertheless, find out what your gift to the world is and take steps towards it. I feel so strongly and intrinsically, just us all doing that will make the world such a better place. And us all better people for doing so. Not just for others, but for ourselves as well. Okay guys, so I hope you've learned something from this video or taken something away from this video. Part of my gifts to you. I just look forward to seeing what you're all thinking, what you're all gonna do. Throw down in the comments and let me know, because yeah, I definitely like to know what you're all thinking, what steps you are going to take after watching this video and what you're already doing. Throw it all down in the comments because I would love to read, love to get to know you better, love to get to know your insights and what you are looking to do, what you aspire towards, and what you are already doing, guys. Really appreciate you for watching this video. Thank you so much. Hopefully you've got my message in this video because it means so much, not just to me, but I think it can mean so much for you guys as well. Once you start to take steps in order to do and implement your gifts to the world, I think it will make such a massive change within your lives. You understanding yourselves as people and others, relationships included, community and unity, like I've said in this video, guys. So important, so important. Thank you so much. Love you all. Have an amazing day, and I will see you for the next video. Take care, guys.